I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Bad dog, SK New Erdis, the body you there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, we cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Rios, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha! Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from we there, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.
Greetings, good morning, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manning's man, and today we have a good one lined up for you. We are going to talk some Jamaican football, and we have, this is our Legends Corner, and we'll be having with us this morning Mr. Hector Wright, former national player, midfielder, scored several goals for the national team in his time. From midfield, in fact, I think he is in the top 10 of all-time scorers in Jamaica's national team. He's somewhere in the reckoning there. I think he has 16 goals, scored a lot of brilliant free kicks. You'd have known him from his time in high school in Jamaica, playing for Herbert Morrison Technical High School back in the days. You'd also would have seen him play for Seba for several years in the local Premier League at the time. He's now a coach, and he's going to join us in a few. So come on to the stream. I mean, let us know what your thoughts are. We're also going to be looking at the game that was played yesterday between Jamaica and Honduras in Honduras. The first win for Jamaica's Reggae Boys in this edition of the World Cup campaign. 2-0 victory. An ugly win it was, but nonetheless, it is better than a pretty loss. I will take 3 points anytime, regardless of what the quality of play is. I would have loved to have seen the team play better, but I would take bad playing and a victory. And so we had that yesterday. So commendation to the team, to all the players, the coaching staff, and the management. But there's a lot of work to be done. We are not out of the deep end of the water yet, because we are just in 6th place. And so we have a game in November against El Salvador. That's a next away game. And for that game, we must get 3 points to further add life to the campaign. We must also seek to get a full squad, a full complement of players, and we need some better players in the squad. These guys, they fought. There was a lot of heart and that is good. But I want the management and the coaching staff to assemble the best group of Jamaicans for the 2 games in November. At that time, we'll have El Salvador to play against away, and the United States. They will be coming to play us here at the office. Um, Before we add Mr. Wright, Mr. Hector Wright, come on. Um, what we're going to do, what I'm going to do is show you some of the stats from the game so you can kind of see what happened. Because sometimes we don't realize how poor the team actually looks because we see 2 goals, but it wasn't I would say this, it wasn't the best. I would say it wasn't the best performance from the team. And when you look at the stats, it is clear that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So let's dive into that. Let me share the screen for you and show you just some of the stats, and then we can get into the data. Well, I have Mr. Wright with me, so we're going to do that. We're going to talk to him first, and then we can come back to the stats on the game, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity that we have. So let me do that right now. Mr. Wright,
Yeah, boss.
yeah, man. Good morning, sir. You can, yeah. Are you okay with the phone, or you want to do it like this, or that is better for you? If you do it this way,
Yeah, man,
me
I'm
work.
good. Yeah, man,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good with this.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning,
to,
morning,
to,
morning.
to you and your family and all of that. Yeah, man. And first, let me say a big thank you to you. I mean, though I know you, know you in terms of watching you play, it was very hard getting in touch with you. So I'm happy that I finally have an opportunity to speak with you. And because growing up as a youngster, you were one of the names on the football field. I don't know if people know this, but back in the days, everybody wanted to be called Hecky, Twinny, Tapper, Tegot, Hagler. Those are the names. And if you're a goalkeeper, you probably want to be called Wileys, because
Mm-hmm.
growing up out west, Reno, Wadada, Seba, and to a lesser extent, Violet Kickers were the teams to really like those players were like they were legend in our time. Like I said, when they
Mm-hmm.
went to the ball field, youngsters used to say, "Pass the ball to Hector Wright, pass the ball to Twinnybug." Like we don't want to get there yet, but nowadays I don't hear people calling any like boy Amini and Bailey. I don't hear a youngster saying Bailey. Everybody's Messi and Ronaldo. Our Messi's and Ronaldo's those days were the Hector Wright and Mark Hagler Wilson and Wappy.
Mm-hmm.
Those were our Messi's and Ronaldo. But again, welcome. Thank you for joining. And just for those who probably don't remember who you are, just tell them a little bit about you and how you started your career from all the way at Herbert Marson. Well, probably in primary school if you want, as far back as you can remember.
All right, thanks for having me. Well, I can say started at primary school, Chetwood Memorial Primary. That's the school behind Mount Alvernia. And from there, I went to Herbert Morrison, and the show begins. The show begins at Herbert. From
Yeah.
Herbert Morrison, we went on to the
No man, you have to stop and tell us the Herbert Marson story. All to that time when they went to the final and Russies was supposed to beat you. So you have to tell us your years at Herbert Marson, because those were that brought you onto the scene.
Well, I mean, it's so. I mean, when I say this to friends, or to some people, I mean, them don't believe that. Actually, I didn't play under 14 at Herbert Morrison, because when I went in, when I started the school at grade 7, my grades dropped. I know the parents chip in and they make say, hey, you have to fix the grades before we can even focus on football, so. Actually, I started playing at the under 16 level. And from there we played in I think it's a Galloway Cup. I think the under
Yeah,
16 coach
Galloway Cup.
called the
Yeah.
Galloway Cup, yeah. And then we played also in the St. James under 16 competition, which we won that year, beating Cornwall by a lone goal. And from there, we went on to the to play in the Costa Cup. And as you know, Herbert Marcy is a thing where we actually build our own. According to Buddy Rai, one of my teammates, Garfield and this, his thing was always for us to build our own legacy. I mean, like everybody, like them say, everybody wanted to go to Carnival or wanted to go to Rossi's or whatever.
Yeah.
But as a young school, him say we can always build our own legacy here, build our own history. And as a matter of fact, his exact words, his words to be exact, were we can be the first. We can be the first. Or anytime you mention Herbert Marcy and football, our names, will always be called. So that's like creating our own history, our own legacy, and we take it from there. But it was always a good thing, as trying to build, like I said, to build your own legacy, to to create your own history, as footballers, as Dakar Cup players, as a new school. Because at the time when we won the Dakar Cup, Herbert Marcy was what, just 10 years old.
Okay.
And to be honest, if you are to do the maths, actually Herbert Marcy wasn't 10 years old when we win the cup, probably about 6 or 7 years old, because you have to start counting at the time when them enter the competition. And
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, the school was open in 1976, but we entered the competition probably like 78 or probably 79, if I'm not mistaken. So
Okay.
we weren't.
It was open or it changed too, because Herbert, was it one of those secondary school who used to lose its best players to like the Carnivals, or it wasn't? It just a new school?
No, it was just a new school, because
Okay.
at first I think it was called Catrinal High. If I have the history right, Catrinal, and then they moved to Herbert Marcy Comprehensive, and then Herbert Marcy. It's now Herbert Marcy Technical High School.
Right.
Which is I mean, Compre now is you always say Compre now is amongst the elite in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I will say. Yeah, but I want to tell you this, and then I'm going to get you back to the story. The one ball I always remember after you was Rocky Dobson. I don't even know where.
Okay, that's from Trelawney.
But he used to play for Herbert. He was a big Herbert Marcy baller. I don't even know where.
Rocky was basically after myself, and but Rocky was one of the. I think I think he captained the team when he played.
Yeah, he captained the team.
Yeah, man. Rocky was always a disciplined youth, good leader and everything. So yeah, man, he captained the team when he played. I think he was a striker, right? I think up front
he was a striker. Yeah. But that was way after you, though. So tell us about that infamous final played at Jarrett Park. People still have it on YouTube as one of the biggest final ever. Herbert Marcy first final versus the mighty Rossi's.
Herbert Marcy,
Jarrett Park packed. I mean, the roads packed. I mean, tell us about that.
We can remember the two games that we played against Rossi's in the preliminary rounds, and we played the first game. I think the first game was played in Lucy. I think we lost 1-0. And the second game, the return game, was played at Herbert Marcy. And we used the second game to be specific. We used the second game to measure ourselves, against the Rossi's team. Because in that game at Herbert Marcy, the second game, we got a penalty, which was missed by our captain. So that game ended 0-0. But we used that second game to measure ourselves. And then in terms of preparation, after we went into the interzone, where we have a two group playoff, and the two first place from both groups, will play the finals, which was us and Rossi's. After watching Rossi's, listening to how their games played out in their group, and then our games played out, we realized that we stand a good chance against them once we can match player to player. So Mr. Whiteley, always come up with his. Mr. Whiteley is always what would I say now? The Rasta thinking kind of coach.
Yeah, philosophical.
Come up with a master plan, and his plan worked. We went into the game, pretty confident as underdogs, but we were confident, that we can get the better of this team. And our thing was, as long as we can stay in the game without conceding, we stand a chance. So the first half went 0-0, and the game keep going on and on and on, and until Rossi's just allowed us to get right into the game, and from there we just take over. Got the the winning goal, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we got the winning goal in around about 70 something minutes in the game. And from there we just took control and went on to create history, winning our first Dakar Cup title. As a matter of fact, our first major title in football.
That's cool, yeah. Who were some of the players? Who were some of the players on your team that time and some on the Rossi's team? So that
All right. For the Rossi's team, we will have like there were Mark Agla Wilson, Aaron Wildboy Lawrence was in goal. Philip Wang, Steve Shorty Malcolm, rest in peace, my brother. Fuma Simit, Easton Fuma Simit, Leroy Foster, Vinton Williams was on the team also. Who again was on the team? Roxroy Jackson. Just to name a few. Just to name a few of the guys. But those are I think those are the main players, or were the main players for Rossi's.
Yeah, and who are the notable names on Herbert Morrison, yeah.
We have David Rose, Skitter Rose, who was the captain, our co-captain. Garfield Boderai Anderson, one of the captains also. Cornell Carr, Passarella, Keith Badas Tomlinson, Winston Tanto Henry, Owen England, Steve Chisholm, Andrew Morris, Barrington McClellan, who them refer to, who them call Rufus. That was the big hefty guy who played right back.
You can't call him big hefty. Many here you call you know.
You should call me, man. I'm going here to call you. Trust me, go call me. What can I remember again? Mayan Scarlett, who was one of the strikers, who was a twin striker with Winston Henry. And just like Rossi's, the main players, those were the main players of Herbert Morrison.
And did you go on to Oliver Shield as well?
Yes, we went on to play Oliver Shield. We played Kingston College in the Oliver Shield. We drew 1-1 in Kingston and lost 1-0 at Jared Park in the return game.
Yeah. You remember any of the Kingston College players? That like big players at Kingston College?
Well, vividly I can say Herbert Richards. He went on to play for Arnett Gardens.
Arnett Gardens, yes, man. Scored a bad goal against Seba in Premier League too,
Herbert Richards, who again played for that team? Robert Small. No, not Robert Small. Robert Small played for Charlie Smith. Can't really remember the Kingston. But Herbert Richards was always is a standout because I played with him in the National All Schools competition. So he was a standout.
Okay, so you made the National All Schools team.
Yes, I made the National All Schools team.
Okay.
That year. And I think I was the only player on that team, from Herbert Morrison. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I mean, the amount of people asking the questions already, but we don't want to stray from the interview. But I see people asking about Wang from Seba. Where is he? Because they haven't seen or heard from him.
Philip Wang.
Philip Wang. Somebody asking about him because he was a part of the Seba team that you were on, and he played for Rossi's as well. So I see somebody asking about him. Yeah. And then one person is asking, you used to be a right-footed player. When did you start playing left-footed?
That is a story. That is a story. Actually, three brothers, me, Naren, and Shaggy. And to be honest, Shaggy used both feet. Naren was more of a left footer, using right foot also. But me, was dominantly a right-footed player until I got that injury.
The knee one.
That knee injury now at 84, 85, roundabout. And
tell us about how you got that injury.
It was us in discipline, playing corner league, against the will of the coach, because Mr. Whiteley never really agree with us, playing in the corner leagues, and we went and played and pick up that injury. So it was just indiscipline on my part. Which up till now, I regret it, but hey, life is like that. We move on from that and doing different things now. But I got an injury in playing corner league in Granville.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, our next one is asked. Well, let me just answer this for you. Yes, Mr. Wright is a coach. In fact, he was coaching Anchovy in 2019, but the pandemic. So, but you are a coach right now. Level what level? Because I know they have different. If you want, you can disclose that.
But yeah, man, we can disclose that, man. Actually, when I started coaching, you know, I did my coaching courses. I did one with in Brazil with Rene Simoes, my level 2. Then I did CFU, which is a Caribbean Football Union level 1, and excuse me. And then in Jamaica, I did the UTech level 1. But because I'm a national player with over 75 caps, most of the times you don't really need, but you know people always say you need to get your A license, B license, and whatever. But big man, me go be honest with you, I don't really worry about them B or A license. I just want to like drive car in a big man. Cause I tell you right now, with the B license and C license, they mash up the football in Jamaica. You know, I'll be honest with you. I thought that plain.
Okay.
This whole heap of people with B and C license, we claim say them are big coaches in Jamaica. They mash up the football. You understand?
Yeah.
In Jamaica, in a layman terms, they're mashing up the football because them can't study and go in a course and go pass exam because them are them type of bright somebody that used to go to school. You understand? So because of that now, them feel like say, hey, once me have the license, me this. But I mean, having all these qualifications don't mean say you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
There's another thing that people need to understand because you have all these all of this collateral, all these things where you claim say you're a coach and you're this and you're that. It don't mean say, hey, you know what you do. You understand? Because there's a lot of coaches right now in Jamaica who I'm gonna be honest with you, who cannot relate. And when I say relate, I mean like can control and pass a football. If you can do it, you go teach me if you do
it. That's a good point.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, because you can write it on paper.
Yeah, they have the theory, right? They know the theory, but they don't have the practical.
They don't have the practical. And how you going to coach? Where you going to do? Just go on a paper, just look on paper and tell me what to do. No, man, we need it to show me. We need demonstration, brother.
Yeah, very good.
You understand? And that is why people don't understand, you know, the whole concept of coaching and why players don't move from this level to the next level. You understand? A lot of coaches can just take it to this point. But what about to move further? Them can't do it, brother. You understand? Yeah. Because now it comes down to practical, to show me what to do. Yes, you can teach me in the classroom, but you need to show me, demonstrate, so me can fully understand, you know, what you're trying to do. Yeah. Nah, brother. It's not happening.
I'm hoping that some youngsters listening, because most Jamaican believe if it wasn't for your knee injury, you'd have been a bigger legend than you are. And I like how you brought up that it was in corner league and being indisciplined. Why that happened? Because the same thing happened to me. I got hurt playing corner league football for $5,000. You understand me? But because you had to be hustling football because you weren't getting.
You understand?
There you go. But I mean, that kind of set back your career because right throughout your career, I know that knee injury affected you tremendously because most people believe it to be the best kicker of the ball in Jamaica at one point, the best pass off the ball, one of the best.
Good in the brother.
Yeah. Well, people, he plays Masters League, and that Masters League team that they play for nowadays, you need to watch them play with Tati Brown. Right. Give them the name of the Masters League team, though.
Violet Torres.
Listen, if you're
is a from the Violet Kickers team that you're talking about. Right. Violet Kickers. I'm going to tell you this. You know that my senior career as a footballer really started at Violet Kickers.
Really?
Yes, I played. Actually, when I played when I won the Costa Cup, I was 16 years old. You know, 1980. I was 16, and you know, the bigger brothers then when I wanted to play for Seba from the get-go. But them said, no, too young, body too little, skinny, go find a team play for and get tough and come back.
Okay.
Went and play. That time Kickers have a little, what they call now, a little baby team named Violet Strikers, which is a knockoff from the Violet Kickers team. They played in the St. James Division 1. So I played with that team actually myself, Philip Wang, Alvin Wang, the Vassals, I think Clive Samuels from Canada also. Quite a few Costa Cup players from different teams played in that team. So we won the St. James Division 1, and from then now I went on to play with Seba. Okay, so actually my senior career as a player started at Violet Kickers.
Right. So T got started at Arnett at a team called Arnett in Montego Bay.
Arnett. Not Arnett, Hornets.
HOR.
H-O-R, yeah.
I'm going to be T-Gat, because everybody starts saying they thought Arnett Garden started in Kingston,
Hornet.
It's Hornets. Oh, okay.
Hornet. H-O-R, yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. So tell us about your SEBA career, because I tell people football are nice again, and the other thing is that many people believe that back in the days, we didn't have a lot of Da Costa Cup players coming into the Premier League. T-Gat kind of said that he left from high school straight into Premier League. You're saying a kind of similar thing for you. So tell us about football at SEBA, some of the players you played against, and some of your personal achievement locally, before we get to the national program.
I can say, well, let's see why SEBA itself was a success. Playing for SEBA was a success. We won the St. James Division 1, Premier League, Art Shield, what you call it? The Mee Johnson knockout, the Dadland knockout. SEBA went to play in the Caribbean, they call it. There was a league, with teams from Trinidad, teams from Cayman Islands, Barbados. SEBA went into play in that league also. So I can say SEBA was a success, with people like when I was playing, I played with people like the senior players, Alan Latti, Alton Noah Sterling, my brother Hector Wright, Bentley Huey, that is senior. Did I say Casman Williams? Casman
Williams was in that side, yes.
Steve Thompson, rest in peace, that is Zabol, Gerald Eros, just to name a few people from that team. So I can say SEBA was a success.
Who was the forward in that team? The center forward. T-Gat came on later. T-Gat was in that team.
No, actually T-Gat come into the team after
he came back from Israel.
Actually T-Gat went to the team before me. T-Gat played for SEBA actually before me. So I'm just naming the players that played before T-Gat went to the team. Donovan Daly was a striker at the time, Popeye, and Casman Williams. And I think Carlton Clark, that is Cali Coolfoot, was one of the strikers also. Who again played forward for SEBA at the time. Delroy McFarlane. I think he used to work with Western Mirror. Who again playing that team? Capel Lawrence, midfielder, rest in peace. Who again? And then from then, from that team, we move on to the team now. With T-Gat, myself, Tapper,
yeah.
Anthony Dennis, Steve Shorty, Malcolm, Philip SEBA, one.
That was a team, man. Western Super Cup them times.
Al McFarlane, Christopher Harris off. That was a very good team, and that team won the second national championship for SEBA in 1996, which was 10 years after
the first one.
First won the Premier League.
Yeah. All right. So somebody said that it was Hornet City and Hornets Villa. Those are the teams in Montego. Hornet City and Hornet Villa.
I think the team that T-Gat played for was Hornet City, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. And they said
that was the team that Steve Buckner coached.
Okay, and then somebody's also saying a couple of things that the SEBA bus actually got stoned in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, in Trinidad. it was in Trinidad, I don't know, because we went to play a team, one of them top teams in the country, and in an era where them call Rima. the name speak for itself. In an era where them call Rima, and believe me, them don't expect for lose. I think we beat them 3-0, and believe me, it was a nightmare, brother. The man them show all kind of things when the bus are drive out. And the police, them countries a bit, brother. Police defend them own in my general.
Okay, wow.
The bus driver, if I try and make him way out, because not if the police now try to protect me, believe me. Yeah, man. So it was tough playing football growing up, brother. But I mean, we have to do what we have to do,
Yeah. This person is asking if you played with Roderick Reed from TG when Jamaica won the
Shell Cup.
The Shell Cup.
Yeah, man. I was one of the midfielders. Myself, Winston Anglin, rest in peace. Hugh Blair and Wayne Palmer. We were the four midfielders. Myself, Winston Anglin, Hugh Binky Blair, and Wayne Palmer was the four midfielders that played in that tournament. T-Gat and Roderick Reed played up front.
Okay. Listen,
it was 1991.
1991. T-Gat said that he believed that if Rene Simoes was in Jamaica at that time with that crop of players, he think that would have made the 1994 World Cup and
Yeah, man.
also the 1998 World Cup.
Yeah, man. With I mean, no disrespect to Coach Carl Brown, he did a tremendous job, but with more, professional approach and what should I say, with more experience and everything. Of course, we could have made it. Of course, no doubt. No doubt. We had the talent. When Simoes came to Jamaica, one of the first things he said, rough diamonds, we just need to get polished. I guess if him did come along at that time, of course we could have made it. There's no doubt about it. Definitely no doubt about that.
But
And
a
the
lot of
talent
people, a lot of people don't understand, because I'm learning from some of the coaches that, because we always understand and struggle to, why did a Hector Wright take so long to get into the national team, and the Devon Jarrett, Winston Anglin, you have Linval. I mean, the West was flooded with ballers at that time. But there was a time when you look at the team, you saw a lot of Kingstonians playing, and you wonder why the West, why nobody from West not out there when Reno was dominating, and Seba and Wadada and Galaxy and all of those Western teams. And people, some person have said it's because there was no place for the people to stay in Kingston and they had to go up and come down. What was that kind of experience like for you, and what were some of the factors that affected players in Western Jamaica?
You see, this town and country thing, brother, we didn't go even shy from it or even try to even make this thing sound good. You see, at that time, as far as Kingston was concerned, it's like only Kingston did have all of the better players. That is how them did see. That's their opinion. That's how them see. Them never see the Western, players as, because we check the levels. What used to happen is that when the Western teams them go to Kingston, you can't win, or them not win. So much fear was driven into you as a team or as players. It's almost like you're playing, with a level of nervousness, because you see all kind of things around you.
Yeah, but
spectators upon the sideline, actually they come in onto the football field. You dribble the ball on the wing, people that trip you, all them little things that's happening in the past. Believe me. All them little things that's happening in the past. So when you go to Kingston to play, it's almost like you play with a fear. So them only see themselves as if every time you play against me, I beat you. That means I'm better than you.
Okay.
You understand? So all them little things. I can remember as a youth, I traveled with the team to Kingston. And Qatar used to have this little thing when I'm keeping them dark glass. And I expected to come on to the field and play during the game and take it off my face.
During the game?
During the game, yeah. I mean, things like that used to happen, brother. Whether you want to believe it or not. Believe me. Whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, as you drive up, you see all kind of things, man. You know what I'm talking about. But you have to disclose it, but you know what I'm talking about. You see all kind of things, they show to you and them things like, hey, make sure it's on the low. Brother, it was dramatic, yeah, man, believe me. But you see, after a while, the JFF step in and say, hey, we have to understand, we need to leave the players them alone. And if any form of intimidation or any form of violence, is brought on to the team or players, the club goes suffer. That was when things kind of calm down, and then players teams start going to Kingston and start dominate. So from then on now, players start get them chance in the national team. And once you get a balance now of, all of the good players them over the island, you start off good success. So I say you start reap success, your Jamaica team start win games, we can beat Trinidad, which we can beat Cuba, and all them countries used to beat Cuba, beat Jamaica. We can beat Barbados go play, we can go play and win games, because we have a balance, all of the good players all over the island.
Yeah. I see some Kingstonian typing that them used to tell you that them will lock the gate anyone who win.
Yes, brother. But man, as a countryman, them time you hear them things, damn, boy, right now, I can't afford that, so right now, I bet you live, I bet you stay alive and but they don't go on football game. You have a next game, so you don't have to worry about the one in Kingston. Yeah, man, that's true, man. They might have joke about it now. You understand? But it in reality, it used to happen, brother. Believe me. In reality, they used to do it. Them all lock gate. Them, okay, I remember, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, we went to Tivoli Gardens and play a game. But at the time, the short man was in control. You know who the short man is. And them man, they love football. Them man, they love football. I mean, I tell you, so them man, they well protective and even more, I mean, the national players.
Yeah.
And during the game, you know, something, you know, transferring the game where Anthony Dennis terminated to make a tackle on Steve Green and him get hurt, him have to come out of the game. Take him to the hospital. And believe me, so when the game done, the man them punch a 2-hour bus tire. And you know the coaster bus them or the back tire.
Yeah. It's a double tire. Yeah.
4 tires at the back, 2 on each side. The man them punch at the inner tire them.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, man. A police escort you have to get out of railway, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Police escort.
Man.
Trust me. So them look all them look intimidation. If you know play for your mind, if you make play good or perform well, so them team can win. It used to happen. It used to happen. But I'm be honest with you, you know. I'll be honest with you. I'm not saying that there weren't good players in Kingston. Kingston did have some good players, but I say the ones them where they when they push up, I mean they want to call on them. Me they tell us them ain't good.
Yeah, but Roger Creed was good. Yeah, Roger Creed.
No, that's my brother, you know.
Okay.
Very good player. The Roger Creed, the Christopher Dias, the I. Fidel Hamilton, the Donovan Pantons, Barrington Gainer, rest in peace. Very good players from Kingston. I can't name
But a Scarbet. And Ninja used to keep as well.
Very good goalkeeper. Desmond Smith, very good players. Don't get me wrong. But me talk about before them youth there, them used to push up some players in a Jamaica team and they ain't good.
Yeah, man, because I remember even Devon Jarrett couldn't get no game one time. And he was scoring goals for
scoring goal left, right, and center, man. Them man, believe me, general. Me can't tell you say a lot of the players them up there ain't good at the time. Trust me.
Yeah.
And this was when you know they'd have coaches like I think
Maxwell.
Maxwell was a coach. I think the Bell and Zadie was a coach one time, and then you know, and believe me, they used to use some players, but trust me.
Yeah, but what they said to me,
players in the West.
What they said to me though is that you guys lived in Westmoreland and you couldn't travel to Kingston because there was no place for you to stay. So they had to use people in Kingston to represent the national team because you had to take bus to come up, and then if you don't have family to stay with, you have to take bus to go back down. That is what I'm.
Excuse is the federation responsibility for host the national players and when them go to Kingston. So because of that, you're not going to have your best team representing the country because you can't put up some of the good players them from the western part of the island. That make no sense, brother. Excuse.
Yeah.
Excuse, brother. And you see up until today, them still have an excuse. And that is why they have such a difficult time with our qualification and for the World Cup. Because them now going to stop for an excuse, brother.
People are seeing, there are so many comments and questions coming for you. People are seeing them. I can't take all of them because I want Hector to share his story. He never get into his national team yet because we just talk about school and SEBA. We never get to him representing Jamaica, the amount of goals he scored for Jamaica, his best goal that he has scored. So I'm going to take a couple more of the questions or comments. So this person is saying, when did you develop that long range pass? Was it from your youth days?
I can't say no. Myself and my brother was always passionate about them. Because my thing is the basic of the game was always a control and pass. That is our thing. Control and pass. But I can say we went to play a game at the time I was I just left high school and we went to play a game out by St. Thomas. We played against this team, Port Morant United. At this time, I was like I said, just left high school, 16 plus. And this guy from Trinidad, Russell Latapi.
That was in Russell Latapi, Leonson, Lewin, and Leng and Lang, and all of those guys on that Port Morant team. Okay.
Yeah. And we played a game against them. And the game drew 1-1. At the end of the game, during the game, Russell Latapi made some because himself and Leonson Lewis have a good 1-2 punch, good connection. And he makes some very good passes in the game. And myself and my brother, after the game, they had a stage show. And we were there because we were invited to stay for the whole day until the following. And during that time we talk, myself and a lot of people, my brother sit and we talk. I mean, we ask him questions because let me say, he's a very good passer of the ball. And it was practice. It was from practicing, and then when I went to Finland, which is is a European country, and European football was always, the range passing and all of that. We do a lot of that in training. A whole lot of that in training. The coach was from Czechoslovakia, that coach, the team that I was playing for. And
that people don't know that you played overseas though. So you need to just, I know you need to stop and tell them where you developed and what age you were there and what was that. So just tell them the story, how you got there, what the name of the team was. Because people don't know that, So so let them know, that this is no joke ball of people.
All right. Actually, it was a club connection between Siba. This guy that came from Finland, he played football, but he loved reggae music and everything. And he made a connection between Siba and a club in Finland, Helsinki, Finland, which is the capital, by the name of Kiffen. And I played with Kiffen, and played for Kiffen at the youth level with the same coach from Czechoslovakia. And that was when that helped to develop my passing range, because the coach realized that I strike the ball very hard. So if I can develop this in terms of passing the football, playing from midfield. So we do, like me tell you, in those countries, them put a lot of emphasis on control and passing the football. Passing the football. The easiest way to get past the opposition is passing the ball. So we do a whole lot of that in training. So from talking to Latvia and going to Finland, that helped to develop my passing range. And with practicing, repetitions. You can't too tired for practice passing the football. And that becomes a part of me. Because even my coaching nowadays, me try to emphasize that a whole lot of players. The importance of passing this football. From Kiffen, I went on at the senior level now to play with another team, that Garfield Anderson, my captain in high school, play for that team. So I'm recommending me to the team, and I went to play for that team at the senior level, also in Finland, but more on the countryside. And in those countries, the countryside players are better than the city players.
Yeah.
Yes, the country players are better. So you see, it's a country city tradition, where the better players come from the country. So you see where I come from.
It's just rural wide. It's not a Jamaica thing. It's just rural wide.
It's a rural wide thing. Yes, so even this guy that played for Liverpool, he came from Ajax to Liverpool. He's from Finland also. Played. What's his name again, man?
Doug Coit?
No, not Coit, man. It was before that, man. Coit is from Holland.
Yeah.
What's the name of the guy again, man?
People in the comment.
Litmanen. Jari Litmanen.
Okay.
Played for, just check the name. Litmanen he came from Ajax and then played for Liverpool in England. Check, just Google the name, Litmanen, Jari Litmanen.
Yeah,
He came from the same countryside that I was playing in. Joensuu, Finland. Yes, so I played in Finland for 3 years. And then from there it was 86, 87 before I came back and played the Costa Cup. And 88, I didn't play in it. My last year was 87, and then 88, and from 88 I came back and went into the national team.
Okay, so you played from 88 into the national team, and
86, 87, 88. 3 years I went to Finland.
What age did you make a debut for Jamaica? The national team?
I was 17 plus.
People, I want you to hear this, because one of the problems we're having is that so many. Like, we're not seeing the 17-year-old in our national team anymore stamping the class. And here, go ahead.
17 plus. I was 16, 86, and 87 I was 17. That would be my last year when I was the only player that got called up for the national all schools team. Right after that competition, I was called up to the senior team. My first game was against Canada in Montego Bay. Draw 0-0. And then went back to...
And you played in that game?
Yeah, man, I played in the game.
Okay. And
then we play against a team from Colombia, Millonarios. That was a team that Valderrama played for that team. We played against them in Kingston, which that game is not considered a national game, because you play against a club, playing against a club team. But my first cap was against Canada, 87, 88, when I was 17 plus.
Okay, 17 plus. Okay, so somebody's asking if when you played in Finland, you came back and played the Costa Cup.
Yes, I came back and played that Costa Cup
The Costa Cup.
87.
Okay,
87.
okay,
87.
okay.
Yeah, came back and played that Costa.
Okay, okay. All right, all right. All right. So people, these are the kind of things they want to hear. 17 plus and became a regular fixtures in the national team. All right. Give
Yeah,
us give us your national representing Jamaica, your stories. Cause I hear like people telling me that man used to sleep in attic in the stadium and kaya bed, and I hear the stories
I
of
mean,
people playing
I
for football
mean,
for love, getting $250 a week. So I had to ask if it was US. I hear it was Jamaican, but they were doing
Jamaican.
it because they love the football and they were trying to set a foundation. So tell us about that.
You get pretty low. You get low because somebody was trying to call me a while ago. You get low, real
All,
low.
all right. So what you have to do if it is low is probably you can just sign out and sign back in.
All right, let me do that. Let me do that. Let me do
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah. Yes, people, there you have it. We're talking with the legend, Hector Wright. He's going to join back the stream shortly. Please hit the like button. If you're watching, hit the like button because he's just about to get into. We can't have 110 people and don't have 100 likes, man. Hit the like button. Good content. We don't have no super chat. So the way you support the channel is by hitting the like button because Hector is good. Mr. Wright, I call him. He's going to come back now and share with us the story of him representing Jamaica back then. And then he's going to also tell us about, his time now as a coach. And yeah, so we have him back again. Yeah, go ahead now. You hearing now?
Still low, still low. Look like I have to sign out and sign in again. Still low.
Okay, try that again. When you get a call, that's what happens. So you can go ahead and do that. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to do that. Yes, people, hit the like button. And listen, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, we have a lot of this good content coming up. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of good interviews lined up for you. We have more legends to come and talk in the Legends Corner. We're going to get as many of your comments as possible and as many of your questions. So just if I don't answer it, I don't post it right now. I just waiting until Mr. Wright finish speaking, and then I'll put up the questions so he can answer them. All right, any better?
Yeah,
better
man,
now?
much better now, brother.
All right, go ahead now and just share the people so I can just stop talk and you can talk and tell us about representing Jamaica back then, what it was like in comparison to now. Some of the famous goals that you score. I think you're one of the leading scorers for Jamaica playing out of midfield as well.
Yeah, man. Still in the top 10 after stop playing from 2000, 2001. Still in the top 10 all-time leading goal scorer for Jamaica. But I can say my career with the national team started like I said earlier, from 87 at the tender age 17 plus. The first game was against Canada. And the second game was against a club team from Colombia, as I mentioned. Then from then I went back to Finland where those are 88. 88 I went back to Finland, and I wasn't featured into the team again until about 89, 90 when Carl Brown took over as head coach. And that was when we started the preparation for the Caribbean Shell Cup. And we went to Trinidad. I think we went to Trinidad for that tournament, which, if you can remember, that year they had a coup in Trinidad where they killed the prime minister or kidnapped the prime minister and his family, and the competition was abandoned. From there, the team, 1991, which we had that success with the winning the Caribbean Shell Cup for the first time. Carl Brown as head coach. We went on to play in the Gold Cup in the United States. So first time playing in that tournament.
That's the one you finished third. We tied with Costa Rica.
No, it wasn't. We didn't finish third that year. First year we actually played. Our first game was against Mexico, 1991. We lost 4-1. Excuse me. Roger Creed was the scorer of the lone goal for us. The second game we played was against Honduras. We lost 5-0. And the third game was against Canada. We lost 3-2. Myself and Roger Creed got the both goals for Jamaica. So we didn't make it. We didn't make it to the semifinals. It was the following year. We went back to the Gold Cup when we played. I think we lost in the Shell Cup final. So we went there as a second place team from the Caribbean. And we went to the semifinals, lost to Mexico in the Azteca Stadium, 6-1 in the semifinals. I got the lone goal for Jamaica. As a matter of fact, I'm the first person, the first player, first Jamaican to score against Mexico, in Mexico.
In Mexico. How far did you score from?
Actually, it was outside the 18, you know. It was a ball played through from Donnelly, but I think it was on just a little over the half line. So I dribbled from the half line, but was under constant pressure. Wanted to go in the box to make it easier, but you know the Mexicans, them don't easy up. So I had to shoot from outside the 18. I was a little outsider, probably little, I would say outside on the 18-yard line, a little inside the 18. But it was probably about between 18 and 20 yards out.
Okay.
And we went on to play in the third and fourth game against we played Costa Rica in the third and fourth, beat them, came third in that competition.
Okay, that was the one that T-Got was in the team.
Yes.
Right. Because Devon Jarrett, he said that Devon Jarrett went back to Montego Bay.
No, Devon Jarrett going back to Montego Bay, that was the year before, 91, when we won Shell Cup.
Okay.
Devon Jarrett was actually in the 92 team in Mexico with us.
Okay. And
Yeah,
Paula, who were some of the players in that team, in the Gold Cup team that came? Yeah.
I have a picture, you know. I have a picture with somebody with the starting team against Costa Rica. I'm going to send you that picture when as soon as we finish this interview. I'm going to send you the picture. But it was players like Winston Anglin, Anthony Corbett, Desmond Simmet, Fidel Hamilton, Rajic Reed, myself, T-Got Davis, Barrington Gaynor.
Who was your goalkeeper?
No, Barrington Gaynor was the right back. The goalkeeper was Clive Simmet and Warren Barrett.
Okay.
And there was a third goalkeeper also, but I think they brought 3 goalkeepers to the thing. Christopher Da Costa, he played with Hazard in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Who again was in that team? Leroy Foster, Anthony Dennis. That was more. I think that was like about 16.
Donald Hewitt?
No, Donald Hewitt wasn't in that team. Wayne Palmer was in the team. Wayne Palmer.
Carl Binger?
Carl Binger, no. Carl Binger wasn't in that team. I think I gave about 17 players a while ago. But
Yeah, your memory better than mine, you know. I'll do it. All right.
And you know, from there, you know, Jamaica, we played in the we played in 92. We played in the World Cup qualifiers. We played St. Vincent first. Then we played Puerto Rico. And then we went on to the group stage. After winning those 2 games, we went on to the group stage with was Jamaica, Canada, El Salvador, Bermuda. Am I leaving out any team from the group? Was it 4 teams in our group? Jamaica, Canada, El Salvador, Bermuda. I think it was 4 teams to the group at that time. I think they had like multiple groups, probably like about 6, 7 groups or 4, if I'm not wrong. And the first game against Canada, which I scored one of the better goals in my entire football career.
Yeah, tell us about that. Because we can't find some of those goals, you know. That is
I can only describe. I think I have a clip in the goal, you know. We can send it to you also. Okay. I can only describe. It was a cross from T-Got. Peter Isaacs went up to challenge. The ball was headed out of the 18-yard box, and we just volleyed one time with my right foot from out of the 20 yards, out of the 18, beat the keeper.
Volleyed with the bad knee.
With the bad knee, yeah. And then the second, like I said, greatest goal of my career was this one against Bermuda. It was like a semi-counter attack. It wasn't a full blast counter attack. But we won possession. The ball was played inside to Donald Hewitt, and him slipped the ball to me. Probably little over from the center circle in the opposing team half, little over this out of the center circle, or should I say right on top of the center circle in the opposing team half. Probably like about 35 yards out. Yeah. Boy, I can't tell you. I know me, I feel it, brother. Trust me. Honestly, you know, you see when you strike a ball, you strike the ball well. Believe me, there's a feeling where you get, you know, there's a overwhelming feeling where you get like, it's almost like you have an adrenaline rush. Like you just feel like most people take your body. Once you strike this ball properly, trust me, from the ball leave my foot, we just know say it was onto something.
Yeah. Somebody was asking if Mark Hagler-Wilson was in that team as well.
Actually, Mark, what did happen to Mark is that we were playing some practice games before we actually start the World Cup qualifying, and he got a broken leg.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And it was in Bermuda also, you know. We got a broken leg in Bermuda. We played a game against Bermuda. I think we played 2 games against Bermuda in Bermuda. And then we went on to North Carolina. But Agla couldn't play the game against the US. We lost 1-0 to the US in, I think it was, them call that place High Point in North Carolina. We lost 1-0. Okay. Agla couldn't play the game because he had suffered a broken leg.
A broken leg. Okay. So some fun memories with the national team played with some of the like T-God said it that crop of players, they just needed the right management, more help in the coaching, and they would have qualified for the World Cup.
I can tell you that team up until today. I'm speaking to you today. We can tell us all of us keep in touch. I mean, apart from the ones that are gone left us, you know, pass on and whatever. We stay in touch. Every single one of us stay in touch. We phone call or text message or WhatsApp, whatever. We stay in touch.
Yeah. All right.
That was the type of camaraderie that we had from them time. We had that love there for each other. You know, and like me can tell you, you know, you see, and then the passion. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why I forget this. The passion that we had for the game is almost like them time they getting 200, because we don't want to bypass this, you know, getting $250, sleeping in the attic of the stadium. We never bother with, you know, brother.
No, people don't believe it, you know. People, I want to tell because people don't believe me when I say it, you know.
Yeah, man, it's real, man. It's real. Come, I can't tell us, when, all right, you see my mother, come here, last one for my mother and father, you know. And every time he come from Kingston, my mother is like, I don't even know where they go play. Because you go every time you go to town and come back, your maga. You look at them, they give you food for eat. Yeah, and I mean, she say you're good, you get all them gears of fear for come back down and them thing there, which believe me, my brother, it wasn't but as players it never bothered us. You know what I say? It wasn't really a bother because we had that passion for the game and the love for the country. It's like you just want to represent your country. You want to be named amongst the elite, you know, when the time comes to say, hey, I was a part of the national team. So that was what we had them time there. Passion. And personally, I think if players now can develop the same passion with all of the things them might get, believe me, it can be better. That's why I tell a man say, you know, I don't care what a man say, but this is only for English, man. I can't bother with you, my general. I talk right now, I'm talking on my term, man. I don't want to speak proper English right now. Me can't bother with my general. 1998, when we qualified for the World Cup, we had 3. You see them 3 players there what did play? Fitzroy Simpson, Paul Hall, and Dean Burton. Them buy their own ticket and then pay for them own accommodation to come represent the country. Passion that. That is what you call passion. I understand, say, players, you need players with experience. But players with experience and them don't love what they do. Or what they do, they do it for them own personal benefit. Now go help you as a country, brother. You want to come represent Jamaica if you put one more cap if you make 75 or one more cap for your resume if you make 76. So you can market yourself.
You're not into that. But people will say though, people will say this though, that there are Jamaican born players who they're not committed either.
Of course. I would not go try for even, you understand me? I say, if you brush aside that. They are not. But what I'm saying is that is why we have a head. What are we doing, or what are they doing to motivate, to convince, to get these players' interest? Remember, there's so much things, we can't make them deter from the real thing, or from football, but them interested in other things, What are they doing to make the thing attractive, or make the thing marketable so people can gain interest, or people can love or develop the passion for it? Them not. What are they doing? People look for things for themselves, brother.
Yeah, but then like I know like this guy named Grant in the team. I mean, he basically buy him one ticket, was willing to travel for free. Mariappa. There are some players in this team.
And that's why I tell you, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to we don't want to leave here so with the wrong idea.
That's why I want, because I know the people. I don't want the people to feel like, so explain to the people what you mean.
They are players. Because no disrespect to Mariappa. Because me see him as somebody who always want to him have the passion there. Me can see that. Remember, he's a footballer,
Yeah.
You can't tell if you're interested or you're not interested,
Okay. And you're a coach as well.
Of course, you have to open your mouth and talk to know if you're interested, Your body language and action speak louder than word, Your whole demeanor can tell me if you want to play. The game we play against Panama in our stadium, 75% of when they on the field they want to play. They never want to play, brother. If they wanted to play, Panama couldn't beat the 3-0. I tell you. Them man just go out there to go enjoy themselves. They need to play for your country. It never matter to them whether the team want to win, lose, or draw.
Okay. All right.
And that happened to me, brother.
But you would say that they're because you would say that they are players they are players from England, because I know that there are several of these players. When I hear some of the stories, some of the things that some of them go through to come and play. Like I said, you have a Mariappa, you have a Grant, you have the guy named Roof who played last night. You have seen like over the years of Michael, Hector. I mean, may not be the best quality, but always turning up to represent Jamaica. You saw Bobby Reed as well.
Check the levels of this. I'm going to use Mikel Antonio as an example. As one of the man where they us forget about.
Really?
Yeah, man. An international break, So when they
said that there was a mistake though. Apparently, there was some mistake in him coming. I think I hear even the president, somebody give wrong information, and so because of that, he wasn't able to make it. Okay.
You want to bet me say if a local player, if them catch a local player, they smoke a spliff, them broadcast it, them defend them look commanded too much, brother. I don't want to hear none of that, my general. If Mikel Antonio wanted to be here, man, he would have there, man. I don't want to hear none of that, man. You have a schedule for know when you have games and whatever. JFF have it, all of the players have everybody have it. I don't want to hear none of that, brother.
Because some people are saying that some people are saying that it is because of the administration, because if the administration were calling these players, they would come, because some of the issues is just the program itself is not being run properly. So it oftentimes look bad on the players, and then we come on a platform and we say the players are not committed. Yeah, and you understand me? When it's not all of them, because some of the issues sometimes from your time up to today, From your time up to today, some of the things don't change, Remember,
it never change.
All right, as I look at you, I slept in the same attic to play under 12 in the stadium. So I know that some of these things when there you go. When we go out down, we sick. When those brought us up and thing. So but sometimes the administration of the things can make the things make the players look bad.
Brother,
you understand me?
Brother, listen to me, man. Let me tell you this, man. You need people who can relate to the sport of football. You need people who can relate to football players. See the man there. Say hello. Say hello.
Hello. Yeah.
You understand? You need people who can relate to players.
Yeah.
In a football terms. You don't need a man who used to manage one rent-a-car company if you can run football. You understand what I say? You don't need a man who used to manage a hotel. You see, managing a company, is different from managing individuals, everybody, you talk about 20 man with 20 different personality, you know.
Yeah.
It's a total different management, you know, my general.
Yeah.
And this is what people don't understand. Just because earlier on I said this, you know, I'm going to say it again. People keep mixing up, you know. The fact say you went bright in a school with bright outer road, you know, my general.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say, not because you went bright, because me have to tell one footballer, say, me didn't go call in him, say, hey, you might bright time in the classroom, you know, but you're not bright time upon the football field, you know.
Yeah.
And people have to understand them little things at some time. And this is what they am to the JFF. We need people who, every other federation in the world, who you see around the federation, the federation them, when the past players, if you go America, I that they go on. If you go Costa Rica, I that they go on. If you go England, I that they go on. Why in a Jamaica that not go on? Or that can't go on?
Yeah.
You have past players, whether they manage a team, whether they are president for the federation, or secretary for this, or you understand what I say? Past players, people who understand, people who can look on a player and say, hey, something not right.
But you know what I believe though, Mr. Wright? I listen to you speak, you know that if you were part of the federation and talk to like a Mikel Antonio, you would have a different, because this guy has been trying to play for Jamaica for a long time, and he get a hard time, and him don't stop,
You understand what I talk about now? You would understand fully what I try to say to you now. Because I would be able to say the things them to him, what him understand. Because everything what me go say to him is in relation to football.
So that is so it's not his fault then. So it's not his fault.
No, I am not blaming him now. All I'm saying is, we don't want to dwell upon the fact say we could just forget about Mikel Antonio. We win a game last night, we're moving forward. Instead of him decides he want to come, and we pick up his phone and call and say, hey, I want to come, or me I come. Make we not worry about Mikel Antonio. That is the whole point of me I try to make. Stop worry about people who not worry about us, brother.
Okay. So because what some people are thinking and saying is that you don't want nobody, which is nobody from England. So
no, brother. Brother. All me says we don't want to put too much emphasis there, so. You understand? Because that's why I made the point before, say
earlier,
3 players them when we go 98, then buy them one ticket, then pay them one account. Alia, I'm on the phone. Get up and go away there.
Yeah. So you're talking the Fitzroy, Simpson, Paul,
yes.
and Burnley. Yeah.
That is all I'm saying. We just need people, passionate people, brother. Who when them come to Jamaica, them can come. Them treat you then in general. Anywhere in Jamaica, them go. Any area, them go with you. Anywhere the players them go with them.
Yeah.
You understand what I say? We need people like that, brother.
Yeah, man. No, because you started out. It's something you always hear you say. What you always say is about the passion and the passion for the game. That a thing in your heart. But like again, like this is why I need you to be in the program, because I know that Mikel Antonio come out like publicly and he talked about when he wanted and they came and found him on a bad day, and from that time he has been trying to get into the team. He actually bought his own ticket. Himself don't want to pay because he want to come play for Jamaica. No,
want him buy it again. Want him buy a next ticket and come again.
And he's willing to do that. So the point is that though we have to get this thing right administratively. You can't, and we need people like you to talk to the players.
The administration, the mash up the thing, brother. You say more make sure and say you follow me argument. And them the mash up the thing, general. Remember, just before we start the World Cup campaign, in general, them come up with this money issue. 1 week before we start, this money thing. And all the youth them must say is because the law, the Lawrence, all them must say, all we want to do is just give it with fair share. So we can be motivated, so we can go represent the country. Them have it enough to give the youth them and I want to give them. Drop the ego. Members of the administration, drop the ego. That's all I'm saying. Let go the ego and think about the country for once. You understand? The youth them have facts, and you them are bring facts to the nation as to what is going on. Why only the try to go? Me I hear say, I know party shop them are run, I know this them, but it come like a party shop them are run right now.
Well, I don't want you to say anything that get you in any problems.
No, hey, let me tell you something, brother. Hey, let me tell you something, general. Hey, they can't do me more than what they do me already, man. Them can't do me nothing more. Not more than can do me more than what them do already. Because like me said, them need to get people in the federation where you what can relate to the sport. You understand? So we can get the thing done properly. That's all them need for do. Them can't do me nothing more than what them do me already, my G. Believe me. Trust me.
But and then some people
talk.
Yeah, because some people are saying what you're saying is good enough. Is that we need the local players and farmer players and stuff. Like even Tigat would be willing to help, but I know you and Whitmore played on the same team. I mean, like even in terms of that, even at the youth level, I mean, you are one of the better when you talk about passing the football in Jamaica and controlling it. Maybe Michael, Wappy, and you.
Calvin
Wappy Valentine in terms of controlling and passing the ball.
First touch.
Yeah. You guys and Whitmore must communicate and see some of the things just with the team. Maybe we're getting some things wrong administratively. Why aren't you part of the program?
Me and Whitmore talk. We talk a whole heap. Because I tell you, say we are friends. So we talk a lot.
So why aren't you a part of the program with the ability to teach people how to pass ball?
And that is not a question for me or a question for Mr. Whitmore. It's a question for you. No. You understand? And like I said, they need to get every other federation of the world utilize them past players or the past people that is associated or was associated with football. Only Jamaica don't do that. You understand? Because like me say, you see with me now and others, like me keep using this word passion because I look like at the order of the day for today, passion. And we going to go do it from the heart. Whatever is to come will come after. It's not the same with who in there.
Yeah.
And that the mash up thing, brother. I want everybody hear me, Because we now whisper and talk. Them need to leave it alone so the thing can be run properly. So the nation can be represented properly. So people can see the ability or the greatness that we have in Jamaica in terms of football.
Yeah.
Because we have it, Look, I mean, check the list of players that we have right now. We can't come up against any team in the world right now with the list of players that we have. But we need better management. And we don't talk about coach, we are talking about management, administrative wise.
Yeah, because it starts at the top. It starts at the top and then it comes down to the coach and to the players.
We need that.
Yeah.
We need that. I always tell people, them pay so much attention. When René Simoes was here, him set the training. But all of a sudden, we start pay attention to the man's personal life. And him this, and him they drive this, and him every day him changing car, and him this, and him that. Come on, man. We are lose focus, man.
Yeah.
We need to get people who can run the thing, brother.
People are coming to your questions. Listen, I know it's a lot of them, but I want to make sure you're here because I want to make sure I give Mr. Wright because it's somebody that, I mean, let me just say this. I want to give him the platform to speak without interrupting so he can, you understand me? He can freely express himself and don't feel like he's under no pressure or like right. Yeah. All right. So
questions, man.
Yeah. So this person is asking, I mean, what are your thoughts on Tapa as coach right now with the team and this present situation?
Honestly, I can say this, Tapa, like I said, Tapa is the type of person who Tapa can get it done. But my personal thing is with more help. With more help. We need more people around him. We need more people around him. Because when you check the levels of a national team, we need to have more people around him, more eyes. Because he won't see everything. And what you see him do is basically what him say with probably with very few people around him. We need more people around him, man. You talk about more people who can relate.
Okay.
We need that. We need more people around him. We're not gonna say that Tapa is perfect. Because of course he have him little flaws. Even with certain decisions I make for the team. But hey, all him need is just more people around him. Or more people who can relate. Don't forget that, who can relate to get this thing done.
Yeah. Okay. So we need, you believe that if he has more people around him, more eyes to help him see what is going on, and he can get the job done.
Yeah.
All right. because
Yeah,
people are giving him a very hard time, and a lot of people are tapper out, tapper out, tapper out,
that's the
tapper
norm,
out,
you
tapper
know.
out, tapper
That's
out,
the
tapper
norm, you
out,
know. If the
right?
team is failing, the coach go come under. I hope Tapa knows I saw this football earlier ago. If the team that feel a certain way, the coach go come under a lot of pressure. But we still don't want to bypass the fact, say, hey, what kind of resources Tapa get to deal with this team, yeah? Or what kind of time frame him get to deal with this team, yeah? But I understand, say, every team, every country are the same thing. But me, I say, I can remember when Rennes Timoes was here. He had more time with the players. More time. I understand, say, the pandemic is going on and whatever you may talk about COVID or whatever, but Simoes had more time with us
Okay,
before games.
yeah,
So however them can work that out, boss, them have to go do that.
yeah. Let me ask this. Somebody's asking about your thoughts on Peter Lee Vassell as a player. So, but before you get to that, Marlon J.A., if you can just let me know what is the question, because what Mr. Wright is not afraid to answer a question, and if he can't
Let me
answer,
tell
he won't.
you,
So you
let me
can't,
get
because
this.
let me just tell him that, because listen, I've
Okay.
watched these, growing up, I watched these guys. They are not afraid to answer, and if them don't want to answer, they are not going to answer, right? So just if there's a question that you'd like to ask, just put the question in, and I can ask him. All right.
Yeah, man.
So you put the question, but somebody was asking, what are your thoughts on Peter Lee Vassell, because he's from Montego Bay,
Hey,
and
he's
Jordan
I'm a
Fletcher
very,
is the next one.
I'm a very patriotic person, you know. Me is a Jamaican, and when me speak highly at Jamaica. I'm from Montego Bay. And when I speak highly at Mobi.
Yeah.
What the guy name? Roof or Ceiling? My name?
Kemar Roof,
Roof.
the one
My
who
brother,
scored yesterday.
believe me, Peter Lee Vassell with him high shot. Get that job done, brother. That's supposed to answer the question there. Peter Lee Vassell with him high shot. Get that job done from last week, Sunday. My opinion.
Okay. Okay. So
Peter Lee
why?
Vassell with a
So
blindfold. Get that
can
job
get
done
that job
from
done.
last week, Sunday.
But we're not
From
seeing that
Sunday
in
against
Peter
him.
Lee Vassell, man. We're watching him all in the USL. What is going on with him? Does he need somebody like you in his ear then? Because we're not seeing the potential.
Peter Lee to me now is like he's not motivated. I don't know if him lose interest or what but the motivation to me is not there as a player. And this is this is me talking from what me say. Not what me hear, from what me say. It's like him not have no motivation. The
Okay.
reason for that, I don't know.
Okay, I see what you
It's
mean.
like, and this is what's from his whole body language. When me watch him go onto the field in Mexico, I said, my question to myself, because me alone sit down and watch football, because I can't sit down with people and watch games, because I'm very emotional when they come on to football. We can't sit down, especially a man go up my mouth and say something enough to say. When me see Peter Lee Vassell go onto the field and play, my question was, why top of the put on this man and he know how to play?
Peter, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Peter Lee Vassell
He
don't
never
look
look
like he
like
want
he
to play the
want, he never
football.
look like he want to play at all. But me I tell you, say Peter Lee Vassell with a blindfold, would I get the job done? I don't know. This camera roof, man, maybe if you go up on YouTube and look him up, but
He plays for Rangers, but he's he's very clinical. He was at Leeds, very clinical for Leeds, very clinical for Rangers. I think now this is where
I want to
no.
say this, I want to say this, but I don't want to rake up my honestness, brother. But I want to rake up my honestness, and this is from a coach's point of view, brother. Them players there are systematic players, my general.
Okay.
I want to rake up my honestness. I'm just saying that. And this is coming from me, from a coach's point of view. You have players that are systematic players. They can only play in a system.
Okay. But if you have those players and you're a coach, maybe you need to create a system. Because watch this, you can't have an Antonio, for example.
I don't want to dwell on that system. I'm just saying that. Move on.
Yeah. But all right, let me ask you because all right, a lot of the English players never played last night. I think Roof, Mariappa, Grant, and then Bobby Reed came on. The team won, but the stats, we had like 200 passes for the entire game. Honduras who lost the game, doubled our passes. Honduras almost double our total possession in the game.
All
so
right.
really, we not look good, though we're winning now. The team don't play good.
I said that. We won the game 2-0, which is the objective. But overall performance, me personally never like it.
Yeah.
And honestly, me becoming not a fan of how this Jamaica team is playing now. When I watch Jamaica team played in the two World Cups, they went to the final. I was a great admirer. I love the team. Or we possess the football, or we try to possess the ball, and it looked good. But for some reason, in this World Cup qualifying, we are being direct.
Long ball.
It's direct, yeah.
Yeah.
But my thing is, even if you are going to play direct, we still have something to do after that, But we're not doing it. Because if we are playing with what they call a center, in a basketball, they call it a center. And when you throw this ball into the center, he needs a supporting cast, whether right or left, or coming directly to him, or going past him. So we need that, but we're not getting that. So because of that now, that is why we cannot, our possession percentage is so low, because every time we knock this ball into Nicholson, if Nicholson is not able to eliminate one or two players, it's a turnover. So we become the defending team again.
Yeah.
So that is what is happening, and that is why I keep asking the question. If only forward score a goal for it, if we don't have goal scoring midfielders, if we don't have goal scoring defenders.
You know what you're just saying, do you know? If the ball is being passed over the midfield, when the midfield goes score. So
listen to what I'm saying. We are playing direct. Listen to me now. We're playing direct. So we hit this ball long to Nicholson.
Right.
Over the midfield to Nicholson. But still, the midfield can join. But that is not happening, brother. Of course, you can play the long ball. No problem. When West Ham played the long ball to Mikel Antonio. Yeah. But people join. You understand? Whether them joining from his right or his left, or going straight to him so he can pass back a ball so a man can shoot, or pass it back so he can turn around and a man can play it over the defender head so he can go 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. But people are join. But we're not getting that in the team. From the midfielders. When the ball is played overhead, it's almost like everybody become, what am I saying now, a cone. Them just stand up and watch a man and look by himself. They try to take on 2-3 defenders.
Yeah. Somebody's asking what you think about Tyree McGee.
Oh, no, I could not get into it. He's a left-footed player, that,
Yeah.
I'm going to play him every day. I'm going to play him. I mean, you probably just need for us.
You love left-footed player. I know you love the left-footed player.
Yeah, man. I mean, very skillful. Can be very good for the game. But you just need for us design something defensively for back him up.
Okay.
You're not going to get 100% defending from him.
Yeah.
You probably going to get 65%. But you know with the ball and foot, he's going to create damage.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is design something where they go back him up. Back him up. You have players like that tonight. The greatest team in the world, you have a player like that tonight. He's not going to tackle. The most he might do is shadow.
Yeah.
Shadow. So if you need just get people around him to tackle. Yeah. But to be honest with you, he's one of the most creative footballer right now in the national team. if not the best.
Right. So most creative, and this is why now I am saying you are seeing this, and man, like how these maybe they are being translated to the entire
and this Jamaica team is lacking creativity right now.
So that's what we are saying. How can't he not get even a game?
Why? You have to call the coach. I don't know, brother.
So that's part of the issue some of us having, like, why isn't this? You're exactly right. He's creative. Yeah, he has some faults defensively, but we can fix that. Why don't we create a system? It's the same thing with Antonio. If Antonio can score 6 goals in the Premier League, Leon Bailey can look so good at Bayern Leverkusen.
Let me
Why
ask you
we
a
can
question.
design a system where we can fit these players so Jamaica can look so good? Because let me give you an example. When you were playing, there were other players in the team that when Paul and Dean Burton came in and Fitzroy Simpson, I mean, some of the things had to change to facilitate
Get
the
low
players.
again, get low again, you get low again.
All right, I think you're going to have to do the same thing. You have to go sign out and then jump back in.
Yeah.
All right, people are coming to some of your comments now. So just give us some time and then I'm going to let Mr. Wright answer your question. Listen, we have 159 people on the stream. Please hit the like button. We don't have no super chat, so hit the like button. You understand me? Hit the like button, people. Support the channel now, man. Hit the like button if you have not yet subscribed. Also, please subscribe. It's very easy. That's how you support I Am Sure Sports, by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, as we continue to provide good quality, sporting discussion and debate for you. You understand me? So big up yourself. Listen, you may not agree with every person's view, but you need to hear, because when you hear, we can make better decisions. Big up to all the persons I see in the chat as well. All the other vloggers I see Coach Minzy. Yeah, I see Ryan LFC was here earlier as well. Dre Anywhere, big up yourself. Right, Jason Ferron. Fresh God. I'm glad you're still here, Fresh God. You understand me, Fresh God. Big up. Markino Ferran, and Jason Ferran related. Chris Simmet. Be a blessing, big up. Lyndon Brown. Big up, man. I saw Piney. Pagan 180. Yeah, man. And all the other person I just called in the names. Angoy Evelyn. Yeah, man. So we're waiting on him to come. Brown man security 33. Good sound. Big up yourself, man. Is man. No, man. You hearing me now?
Yeah, man, loud and clear. Maybe just connect my charger.
Okay.
Listen to me, man. How much years now you watch Messi play? Are the callers them? How much years now they watch Messi play?
Well, Messi is probably everybody biggest baller.
I know, but how many years now they watch Messi play? Probably about 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Let's go.
How much time in that 10 years we see Messi tackle?
Yeah.
How many times not 10 years we see Messi tackle? How many times? About 3 times? No, I mean, what I'm saying is this, You see Tariq Maggie, with his frame and all of that, you can only make him strong, You're not going to make him this big muscular player who would out muscle people. But one thing when you give him the football at him feet, him go create some damage. Him go do something spectacular. Him go make something happen for the team.
Yeah.
You understand? So football teams are like that. Some football teams are like that. Not everybody go be bustling and, make the big tackler, run down people over 75 yards and no.
Yeah. I think what I was asking you before you got is why we can't design a system around it, because Mikel Antonio, for example, right now is one of the giant scorers in the Premier League. So that means he can offer something. Yeah. So why can't he you understand me? Why can't we create a system where a Leon Bailey, a Tariq Magee, and a Mikel Antonio can bring the best? I think like Rene Simoes just changed up so many things in that team. When Fabian Davis was there, it was different from when Shorty Malcolm was there.
When when the game against Panama.
Yeah.
My wish, because me play this over in my mind like several times. I play this over in my mind. Leon Bailey with service to Mikel Antonio.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say, and while me say Bailey now gonna make it, me I say, whoa. He just mess up my plan. at
Okay,
home.
okay.
You understand me? I say my plan of me about home is like it just get messed up. Cause me did I hope say with the kind of service that Leon Bailey can offer from the flanks and with a Mikel Antonio central, would have create all kind of problems, or we go create all kind of problems for opposing teams. But I guess that never really manifests so. But I hope something can change for the future. And we can see
Okay.
both of them. You understand? But what I say is we don't want to dwell upon that too much because we don't have them right now. So we could deal with what we have. So that was the whole point that I tried to make earlier. We could deal with what we have. Now worry about them
Okay.
right now because they're not there, so they're not their own right now. We could focus on who we have.
Well, okay.
Who's
One of the
them?
things I want to ask is that we have heard a lot of Teagat said in his time there were two rules: no fighting, no stealing. Those are the two rules that the players had among themselves. No fighting, man can argue, yes, but no fighting. And I mean, stuff has been circulated that there have been, a couple of tussles with players which may be causing problems. Like, what were some of the things you did in your time to keep the unity? Because personally, I believe, Hector, even with a bad team, if you're unified, you can get a result. But if you have an excellent team and people divided, you're going to fall. And one of the things I think has affected this team is that I sometimes I just feel like the players are not together. How did you? I mean, you in a SEBA team that when SEBA come and play the Renos and them come and you see the SEBA and Wadada and Reno Valley Kickers, you see like the spectators and the players like is one unit, is one thing, and that translated into the national team. We don't get that feel now with this team.
What we had in our time, was true leaders in our team. The Anthony Corbett, the Barrington Gaynor, the Paul Davis, the Winston Anglin, the Hugh Blair, Donovan Pantons. We have true leaders in our team. Everything we do outside of football, we do it together. Everything. You see, if we go break camp and go to Stone Love down Rootven Road off what they call it, Cargill Avenue. Them time the Stone Love player one place down someone see name House of Leo.
Yeah.
If you remember that, if you hear about that place then.
No, me a pass then. I can't remember the place then, or is it much throw me out of the church?
If we go break camp,
Yeah.
and the entire team the break camp.
Yeah.
Everything we do, even if it's wrong, we do it together. You can't suspend the entire team. So with that, the kind of brotherly love what we had for each other, what we have for each other, the camaraderie that was there, is almost like second to none. No fighting. Yeah, we have different. When we play football, a man might tackle a man hard because all of us are very competitive people, very competitive. So in the training, you might find a man make a bad tackle, and a man might say, "Hey, don't tackle me so." Or two man might go at it during training. But once we step outside of the training field, there's no grudge.
Okay.
None of that.
Yeah.
None of that, brother. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I can't remember. If it happened one time, I can't remember.
Okay.
I mean, I talk about one time. I can't remember. I can't remember.
All right. And any I mean, what are your thoughts now moving ahead? Like I said, we're on 5 points. Where do we go from here? If you were, and people are asking, if you were given a role, would you take it? Are you willing to help Jamaica's football? And if the opportunity presented itself, and also what do we need to do going forward with our team right now so we can stand, because here's where I am. I think about how football is declining, the amount of football being played, the quality of football is being played, especially in Western Jamaica. I see people sending me pictures of from sports ground that you can't see the stands, the amount of bush that is there. All right. So I think us qualifying for the World Cup is so important because something needs to happen to lift football again in Jamaica. So, what, as an outsider to the program, what could you say? What could you do to kind of, I don't know, stimulate some change? What are some of the key things we need to do to get football going again? In Jamaica right now, right now.
Let me say this first. Let me answer the question. Of course, if I am to be called and to be played a part right now, of course I would yeah man I would have accept it. Of course, I accept because you know I always want betterment. I want good for the Jamaica football. For the other question, winning the game the last night is like no, we are at a turning point. We're at a turning point. We are coming from in Jamaica. We say we are coming from the slum right now because we are coming from the bottom of the table. All right, win the game last night, so we're at a turning point. The turning point can be is either we go and go back to where we was, or we go forward. So my suggestion is, we need to get somebody to come in and sit down and talk with them players. Because you want to know them, you want to know where them mindset, you know, where them mind there right now. Even after winning the game last night, because I'm going to tell you how we stay as Jamaicans. Some boy when they diss with the other day when they win, they say, you know that when they win, we don't want no friend from them, you know. That can be the mindset.
Of the players could say that. Yeah.
Yes, okay. That can be the mindset. And we don't want that. We want them to stay focused. Build power take place last night. Because even though we win the game last night, like we said earlier, it wasn't the best of performance. Because like you say, in terms of statistics, Honduras had completed more passes and them have a higher percentage in terms of possession. Yeah. You understand? So we still have work to do. So all me I say to the players them is just focus on what's ahead. Last night a history. We being at the bottom of the table, that's history. All of the things that was said or that has been said over the 4 games and previous games that we played before last night, history. The focus now must be the next game and the next game and the next game going forward. Once them can do that, brother, with the kind of talent that we have, with the coach that we have, I mean, know say him can get it done. Once him get the support, 100% what I need. It can happen. Some of us ask the players them that, and that is my thing. Just be focused on what's ahead, and we know so we can make it to the promised land.
Yeah. Okay. So you know that Leon Bailey and Mikel Antonio, they have made themselves available for the games in November. In fact, we're going to play the USA in the National Stadium, and that is the day, the anniversary of us qualifying for the 1998. Yeah, that is the anniversary. We hope if anybody in the government listening, you know, please at least allow some fans in the stadium.
I'm going to say this to my callers, you know. It's a mistake. Sometimes, you know, it's hard to recover from one mistake, you know. It's hard. And a mistake was made for the first 3 games. It's so hard, it's so long it takes to recover from that mistake. We don't want to go back there, so. And like I say, we just want the players them and the coaches, staff, just focus. Forget about the JFF administration. Because them now get better.
Yeah.
The only way them can get better if them get rid of. Just focus on the team, coaching staff, the technical staff doesn't even focus on the team and themselves and going forward. That's all me ask.
Yeah. All right. So that's what you're asking. Well, like I say, I hope the stadium will open up because I know part of the 1998 campaign was about the amount of people being in the stadium supporting the team. So I hope that they will do that. But I mean, if and this is just a question that they're asking again. Would you invite other, like, you know, like the players who are out, like I said, Mikel Antonio ready, wants to come back into the team. Leon Bailey, you know, you have this Ravel Morris. I mean, what are your thoughts on some of these players? Because we really were short, and I don't know if you know that we had only 19 players.
Wait. Let me answer the question before you even finish the question. With the right mindset, you know, but how are we going to know? How are we going to know the mindset of these players calling them back. Like I say, we probably need for us get a professional. For us come talk to the team in terms of, psychiatrists or whatever. Because every team needs that sometime. I know the team went through a rough patch the other day. You understand? But me I say once them have the right mindset and they are passionate about coming back, I have no problem. Okay. I have no problem, brother. No problem whatsoever.
Okay. So you'd suggest that they get somebody to call these players, find out where they are.
Yes, man.
And you know what I also think to Mr. Wright is that
turning point, my general. Turning
point. And that's this man I said to somebody like, please let the president know that I want him to. One stopper said these are the players. If he's going to, if whatever reason he's a coach, if you're going to move him, whoever, I don't care about that. But whoever is a coach, need to call the players personally, find out from them. As a coach, the head coach must talk to the players.
Man, mindset. You need to know the mindset of the players. Them what kind of state their mind in right now. I mean, like me say, it's a turning point. You understand? And right now, everything has to be just positive going forward. You understand? All of the negative energy is behind us now because guess what? Jamaicans needed a win and them get a win last night. Regardless of how them get a win. So now we're at a turning point. No, what we need to say is consistent, good performance from the team. Once we have that, brother, I tell us we're unstoppable, brother. Unstoppable. Me know that. Yeah. Unstoppable.
Yeah, and so somebody is asking if why Tapa don't love to make changes to his starting 11. Our take so long to make changes.
I'll be honest with you. You know, when I coach my high school team, people ask me the same question. So, I'm not answer a question. Maybe I have the same problem. I'm not answer. Don't be honest with you. It's a belief where can either hurt you, we can either make you or break you, where you believe in your starting 11. And sometimes you get so caught up in the game. Come on, be honest with you, a player playing bad. Taking him off not necessarily means they go change the situation, Yeah. And it can be a very delicate situation also where you can make or break the player in terms of moral. So you have to be careful sometimes with that. You understand? It's a very delicate situation, Yeah. If you know, we know them watch English Premier League every Sunday or every Saturday morning. Most of the times when a coach take off a player, what is the coach do when him take off the player? Him give him a hug or him give him a pat or him give him a little slap or whatever. And that is just a mind thing. Just, the player knows say, hey, we never take care of because you play bad, we take care of because we just. You understand me? I say, just make the player fit. So it's a delicate little thing where you can't just jump into, and people have to understand that. You can't just take up as a man make 2, 3, 4 bad pass. I'm a play bad from first half. As the second half start, your feet so if you take him off. No, brother. Yeah. That's what the thing going, general.
Yeah, man. All right, I have so many things. I know you have to run shortly. You have around 18 minutes and then we cut off. But people, let me just get your comments quickly. So someone is asking, what are your thoughts on Shamar Nicholson? They call him Bowser.
He need to stay up on the field, till the game done.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man, he stay up on the field till the game done. At the type of Shamar Nicholson is kind of slowly remind me of a Teagat Davis. Different frame, because I'm taller, much taller than Teagat, but him go get a goal. He's going to get a goal. Him have a 1 goal every game. And you don't know at what point him go get his goal. But that is just my opinion. Him go stay up on the field.
Yeah. All right, and this person is saying Clive Downer. I don't know if it's a Clive Downer that used to play ball this, but he's saying that you are one of his favorite players apart from Tatty Brown. So him say he rate Tatty Brown more than you,
He's a one of the supporter to man. I see one of that. So Tatty play for one of that. So he's a one of the supporter.
He's a one of the supporter. So this person is asking, his name is Fitzroy Reed. I think he's asking, he's saying that the players on the bench also, the players on the bench need their confidence boosted as well. So sometimes that is why the change is important. That you bring on a man on the bench, if a man on the field not playing well, because it says, look at Gray, passion in his runs and celebration last night, and how we helped to set up that goal. the second goal where he passed the ball to Fisher.
You heard the talk about team camaraderie earlier.
Yeah.
That is where it coming in, my general. Where me I tell us, yes, you want to play. Yes, you want to play, but you are not going to be upset. You're not going to feel no way if you get a game or not. I guess you tell yourself, say, your brother out there play same way, your teammate out there play. You understand? Yes, everybody wants to play because me don't want to sit down on bench at no time when me I play football. But if I don't get a game, and I can be just a wait for once me get my time to play, I'll go out to go play. But it's not gonna be that every time I feel something to go out there or I'm off out there. That is what team is about.
Yeah. Hey, people, I want to share something. Don't move, Hector, because this is from a book. Because I read a lot of books. All right, so
reading is fundamental, brother. Reading is fundamental.
and law number 19 in Laws of Power says, win through your actions, never through your argument. And it says, any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Right? I want to bring up that because, listen, you may not agree with everything that Mr. Wright said, but and that is a privilege of these platforms, that we have to get people's opinion and know that if all of us think alike, the world would be a crazy place.
A different place.
And so there's no way that Mr. Wright and you and all of us are going to agree.
Agree to everything. Yeah. That's why you have there's a two party. You have the party, you have the opposition party. Everybody now go agree, to the same thing. That's what life is about, brother.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what life is about.
But this person is saying it is on what basis? On what basis? What do you base your analysis of in terms of Vassal, given what they have seen from Kemar Roof and what they have seen from Peter Vassal? What are some of what basis do you determine that Vassal is better than Roof? Kemar Roof.
Vassal is a more composed player than Kemar Roof.
Okay.
He's more composed. That is, and all these things are his opinion. This is my opinion, based on what I saw. When I see Peter Lee Vassal play, when I see Kemar Roof play, Peter Lee Vassal is a more composed player.
Okay. And you're using the eye test, not necessarily stats. You're just using what you see with the eye.
When you see the eye, man, he's more composed. Peter Lee Vassal is more composed.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can get a couple more because I know you need to go because this gone way past your time. But this is a good conversation. You understand me? That we're having. Yeah. So people, again, just please hit the like button when you come on. And if you have not yet,
Peer phone call come in, brother. Peer phone call.
They're listening to you.
Yeah.
All right. You hearing now?
Yeah, man. I hear him, man.
All right. So you said that you'd be willing to, but let me final question I want to ask you. What are you doing to get football back? Like, I can't believe.
I forgot go out and coming back. You get very low, I go out and come back.
Right. Do that and come back in. Yeah, man. People, please, we went up to close to 200 and we still don't get to 150 likes. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. And if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. That's how you support it, You support the channel by subscribing. You understand me? That's how you support the work that we're doing here at I Am Sure Sports. You understand me? Big up MPEC TV in the house as well. The principal of the school is here, Claudine. For the people asking, this is the actual Hector Wright that played for Siva. It is him in live and living colors. Yeah. Rajan Williams, what I'm saying, when I'm saying that I'm afraid to ask a question.
Tell him to ask me.
Yeah, so put in the question, Rajan Williams, and then I will, and he will answer.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm an interviewer, so I have questions that I wanted to ask. I don't know all the questions that everybody want to hear. So you have a question, you put it up, Rajan, man, and we'll put it up. But they call it back again.
Yeah. May I go out and come in back again, brother?
Okay. Yeah, man, people just put up because some of the stuff are not questions that you have, you know. Some of them are not questions. They are really just comments. And I don't want to put up the comments. Remember, we don't have a super chat, you know. So we don't put up all the comments, right? Because so please just put up the question you have. And then he will answer the question, man. There you go.
Tell them to shoot, man. Shoot them shot, man.
Yeah, there you go. So let me hear the question, Rajan Williams, and he will answer. All right. But you have been watching the team for a while. All right. If I don't know if you know all the players, but if all the players are available, who are some of the players that you think you could, you'd start?
Me, you're talking to me now.
Yeah, man, I'm talking to you.
Man, we always want to start the best team or the better team. You understand? And most of the time you try to play the players them that is on top of the game. Presently on top of the game.
So everybody is on form now. Who is a center forward? Mikel Antonio.
Of course. Of course. You know Shamar himself and Shamar Nicholson, of course.
Oh, you use both of them?
Yeah, man, I started two of them, man. Because Shamar Nicholson life will go all about, you know. Mikel Antonio go stable. Shamar go all about.
Okay. All right. So you're starting Shamar Nicholson, Mikel Antonio. What Leon Bailey? Right side. Who you playing on the left? Who you playing on the left side?
Who may have on the left side?
You have like Bobby Reed, you have this guy named Jamal Lowe that Tapa seem to like. You have who again? People? Where's some of the left? You have Bobby Reed, you have Jamal Lowe. Who else we have who can play on the left side? You have players like Junior Fleming.
There you go. So all right. So we have Leon Bailey right side. So we go with Junior Fleming left side.
And Shamar Nicholson and Bowser.
And Shamar
Nicholson and Mikel Antonio. All right. So who is your midfield?
Well, in my midfield, I go with what the guy name? What the Brady guy name when he played last night?
Anthony Grant.
But I go with him and Watson.
And Watson at 37?
Watson. What?
What about Devon Williams? Speedy.
Who's Devon Williams? Which name is Devon Williams? He played last night.
The man, the 22 that, he has been the best one.
I think, I'll be honest with you. I think him if he play with a little more, I don't know if he assert himself a little bit more, but him if he play more confidence, like, I'll be honest with you, we don't plan to make mistake, you know. We don't plan to make mistake. I think to play this safe. Can't manage people calling, bro.
You hearing me though?
You get low again, brother. I have to go in and out again. I have to go out and come back in, brother.
All right.
Because you don't know if you deal with this thing.
Yeah, man, not a problem. Not a problem. Go ahead. So, people, what we're going to do, right? We're going to go on Squad Builder, and we're going to name. We're going to see if we can select the starting 11 that Hector Wright would use if all the players are available. What starting 11 he would use. So we would have to use something that affords us to play with two strikers. So we're going to try that, all right, and see what it looks like and see how you would rate his team. All right. So there we go. All right. So there we go.
All right. So I'm saying with the guy there. What's his name? Devon Williams. What's his name?
Yeah, Devon Williams. Speedy. They call him Speedy. Yeah.
All right. In general, I feel like football is a high risk. It's a risk. Playing football is a risk.
Yes.
And the things you're doing at the game in football is a gamble. When you play the game, is a gamble. Because even sometimes you make some plays, you don't know if it don't work. So it's a gamble.
Yeah.
You can't play the game and they worry about making mistake. You understand the thing about boy, I don't want to make the play because if you make the play, the ball go turnover. And he might try to play too safe. And to me, that is how me see it. Like he might try to play safe. Because sometimes the ball forget him if he advance the football, him either go sideways or backwards. Even the guy when he Kisha scored the second goal, same thing with him too.
Okay.
You understand? Them go sideways and backwards too much. Like them afraid to go forward because them want to make a pass and the wrong pass or make a pass and it not go the way or them expect it to go or whatever. We don't like that. Football, you have to play positive, brother.
So let's work out your starting side. You said that you'd play.
So me I go with Grant and Javon Watson.
You're going with Leon Bailey, and let's you seen it on the screen. Then you have Grant.
I go with Grant and Javon Watson. Yeah, man, I see it, man.
So right. So I want to tell you some names, because I don't want people thinking I'm calling all the names.
I don't want to tell me no names. I know the names. I know my level. I know my level, man.
Okay.
No, me I go with Javon Watson and Grant Central.
Yes. And then you said you want.
I already have me two flank players them in Bailey and what the guy name?
You said Junior Fleming.
Junior Flemings, yeah. I know me go with Kemar Lawrence and
you're going with Kemar Lawrence. Kemar Lawrence, and you see you starting Alvas Powell.
Yeah, Alvas Powell, and then I go with Mariapa and Low.
All right. All right, so let's go. Adrian.
People might call him and answer, and he's still calling.
Mario, we so finished, man. Just and then Damien.
Yeah. I mean, I go with Mariapa and Low.
Damien Low. And then we all know who the goalkeeper is.
Yeah, there's no question.
All right, so let's go right here. Damien Low. Let's go in. All right, let me go to goalkeeper here first. Andre Blake, that's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then come back here. Put in Damien Low. Damien Low.
Sorry.
All right. So that would be your starting 11.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. So all right. So now let me oh you're muted, but let me just you're hearing?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
All right. So but you said that boy Maggie would start every time and I don't see Maggie in your team as an example.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Maggie go always in the team. Him go always in my team. But you see, right now, we just go with experience right now.
Okay.
Right now. Moving forward, we go with experience.
All right, but you know that who is one of top of favorite defender. I don't know this is working. You on top of the fight the first day of the match. Me I tell you that because one of top of favorite defender is Liam Moore.
Why? I mean, this someone see him from when.
He was injured, man. He just didn't play in these games because he was injured. And I think he's the player that Tapper missed the most. Not only that too. One of the players that he really liked, in his recent, and he has become very undroppable in Tapper's team. And I know Tapper love him. I know him love him. When they talk to him asking, his name is Kemar Roof. Tapper love him. He loves it. Yeah.
Oh,
he loves him. So you're going to have to find a space for Kemar Roof for your team.
I can't depend on the team when it's here. I can't do anything in that squad. Yes, sir.
So I think what probably Tapa would do with this team, he'd probably put Mariappa out to right back and bring in Liam Moore because I think he's going to start. Um,
And
yeah.
I know, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Alva scoring. I just had the fact that he work hard.
Okay.
You
Okay.
understand? He work, I just had to work hard, Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. All right, people. So how would you rate this team? I mean, how you rate this team? Because this is one of Jamaica's biggest midfielder name in his team. It's his opinion, is his thoughts. That's his team. He has been with us now for 2 hours all morning. You understand me? His daughter have school and he have to go back and help her with school. So but I want to thank I don't know if there's anything you want to share with us before you leave, Mr. Wright, but I want to say this. Listen, and this is one of the reasons I want to have you. And I think the people in Montego Bay and in Western Jamaica, either Catherine or Jared Park, you, Winston Anglin, who is not around, Sharty Malcolm, who is not around, Tapa, Warren Barrett, Tall P, um, Durant Brown,
Just tell the
um, Paul Teagat Davis. All of these players, there need to be some painting, some pictures. Either I would say Jared Park or Catherine Hall. Not it's too soon to do it for this Heroes Day, but for the next one, this needs to be done. We don't want anybody else. I'm talking Montego Bay. I know people saying Aaron Lawrence, but Aaron Lawrence is from we would
Westman.
say more Reno man, more Westman, right? But this has to be done. We can't have these legends of the game who sacrificed so much for the country. I mean, they didn't get any money. Trust me, they never get any money. Most of them never made any money out of the football. They did it for love. Now that that is gone, we need to take some time and pay tribute to them, even by these things. So I'm talking to the people. Yeah, man, Stephen Sharty Malcolm. I'm talking to the people in Western Jamaica. That these guys don't have any pension plan in terms of football, right? Please, 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 please do something to remember them. It's not that our track athletes have made sacrifices and done well. We have to do something for our footballers. Too many of them, and I can talk about a whole lot of people in Kingston. People don't talk about Roger Reed as they
Red,
should. That's just one name. I Fidel Hamilton. People
red.
forget it's just real footballing. There should be a place in Montego Bay that when I come to Montego Bay, I can see pictures of you and Twinnibog and Shorty Malcolm. And you understand me? See those people. And there are others that we can call, but these guys were instrumental, household names in Western Jamaica, in Montego Bay. And it can't be that difficult to set up something at Catherine or Jared Park
Unspeakable.
in honor of them, right? In honor of them. So that's what I want to kind of end with, Tiga. But I want you to kind of have the last word where this is concerned.
All I'm all me have to say is we just need the people of Jamaica, all over Jamaica, for just be supportive like they were like they was in 97, 98. Just be supportive of the team. Regardless of what happened in the past or regardless of what happened in the past games and whatever. It don't really matter what them think about the coach, what them think about whatever. Make we just be supportive going forward. That's all. That's all. That's all I have to say for this thing. Just be supportive of the team.
Yeah, yeah, man. Again, thank you so much. Everybody's saying that some people from Montego Bay said it needs to be at Jared Park. So that we can work on, but it needs to happen, right?
Yeah,
But
man, a
thank
Jared Park it for them, man. Anything like that, them do them for do it at Jared Park. That's the
Jared Park.
monumental ground.
That's the monumental, yeah, man. Stand up on the
Yeah, man.
hillside and make sure people can be on the hillside and see whatever it is, whatever is there.
Yeah, man. Same Sego.
Yeah, man. Listen, Mr. Wright, it was my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. Like
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
I feel big talking to you.
All right. No, say a word, man.
Yeah,
Anytime, man.
man.
Anytime.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Appreciate that. Appreciate. Enjoy the rest of your day. People, there you have it, right? Hector Wright, right? Some of you have never seen him. You probably have never heard of him. Like I said, one of the big, when you talk about midfield, midfielders in Jamaica, legendary passes. When you look at, watch, if you go on YouTube, there's a video of that finals with Rossies and Herbert Morrison. Check it out. Yeah, man. Listen, people. I am sure that Hector Wright is. They can't find 4 other midfielders in Jamaica that has the kind of control shooting and passing as Hector Wright. I am sure. This man has 16 goals. 16 goals for the national team in a very short career. Never played as many games. He had to learn how to play with his left foot because he had an injury to his right knee. And he was just as lethal. I tell you that we have some other big ones coming up. We have some other great interviews. We have some big coach from abroad who are going to come on the program. We have some other legends that we're going to talk to in the Legends Corner. You understand me? Right? So please, people, please hit the like button. You understand me? Subscribe to the channel. Right? Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, that we're going to get some other persons who in the Legends Corner. This is this new program, the Legends Corner, where we get some persons from the past to come and share. Again, I want to thank every single one of you who stick and stayed with me from in the morning time to the afternoon time. Really appreciate it. You understand me? How you can support I Am Sure Sports is by hitting the like button. We don't have a super chat, so hit the like button. People, listen, we have to understand, right, that when he's speaking, all you can ask a man to do is to share his honest opinion. We don't have to like it, we don't have to like it. I think sometimes what happens is that when we hear things that goes against us, we think there is hate and animosity, and that is not the case. We have to learn to listen, seek to understand. And I have to learn that too, because sometimes I don't give people the time of day, right? And I'm learning that adult life is about listening and learning from others. Big up MPEG TV. You understand? So we have to listen and we have to learn. You understand me, people? What do I mean by that? That, again, you may not agree with everything that he has said, but that's how he feels. And one of the things I understood is that, listen, there needs to be conversation with the players who are not in Jamaica to kind of help them to understand. And the coach needs to do that. He said that, right? So we can miss out many things, but he did say that. He did say that he wants Mikel Antonio in his team to start. Like, I don't agree with the starting 11 because I think there are other players. So you have to, but we have to do that. We can't. And I know this is social media, so these guys don't take it personal, so don't take it personal. You understand me? But big show. I thank all of you. Really, really appreciate it. But we need to listen to each other, right? We need to listen to each other and learn. That is how we learn. That's how we learn and how we operate and stuff. These guys are going to have different thoughts from some of us who are much younger and seeing football a different way. But it don't mean that because we are right and next man is wrong. It's just the perspective that we're seeing it from. I do this because I want us to learn the history of the football and see what we can do moving forward. Really appreciate all of you. Qatar, Ian Hibbert, Ian Campbell, Fresh God, MPEG TV, Patrick Riley, so many, Wayne, Swire, Claudine, yeah man, Ziggy man, you see me, Jason Ferran, J Rush, Shatta, oh Lord, Mark Ferran, Richard Stewart, Area Leader, James Blackwater, Owen Green, you understand me? Yeah man, Kevin Campbell, Jay Larman, so many names, Marlon J.A., Big up. Shatter. Yeah. Big up on yourself, people. Big up, big up, big up. Coach's desk. People, check out the coach's desk. I know tomorrow night is the next night for the coach's desk. You understand me? Big up on yourself. Big up, big up, big up. Who else? Who else is here? Listen, here's how I operate now. Big up all of the platforms. Military Guna. I max it. Check out Simon Crosskill at Reggae Boys Commentary. Great, great work. Ryan LFC. People them doing up some great work. Like me say, Coach Minzy. Friend. Great, great work. Military Guna. The Formula. Great, great work. Great work, great work. Let us support each other and build a network and make it stronger. People, bless up, bless up, bless up. We have more legends coming at you. Have a great day. Stay safe. Social distance. Sanitize. And wear your mask. This is Manning's Man. I am Sure Sports. We are out.
I am Sure Sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is Righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.